I'm trying to visit every ground in the Cymru leagues. Last time on the channel we visited Denbigh Town Central Park, so let's tick that off the list. Today's video is a double feature, as the UEFA European U19s Championship continues with Croatia versus Italy in Caernarfon and Serbia versus Ukraine in Bangor. Welcome to Ground Seeker, I'm Jack. I'm really tired. I've been up since 6:30 getting ready, and I've got to get the bus in about 20 minutes, so yeah. Well, I got here just in time for what I hope is the bus. It's gonna be a long trip, about 3 hours. Luckily, part of going to all these Welsh grounds means that I've been talking to a lot of ground hoppers who have given me some tips as to how to get the most out of the whole doing all of the 47 grounds, well, 48 technically, but Caernarfon is sharing with Flint at the moment, in the top 2 divisions of Wales. So hopefully things in the future won't be as ad hoc or as sort of chaotic as this. I'm in Corwin, which is the bus terminus between Rhythin and Bangor. It was the best route I could take, but look at that view over there. Every time I go to a new place in Wales, I'm stunned by how gorgeous it is. Like, look at that. Absolutely stunning. We even passed a football ground on the way here. I didn't even know Corwin had a team, but apparently they do. The plan at the moment is to get to the guest house just before 12, so that I can drop off my bag, and then probably get to Caernarfon not long after that, because kick-off in the Croatia-Italy game is at 2, and then get back to Bangor for the Serbia-Ukraine game, which kicks off at 6. So I was hoping to take some video and explore Bangor a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that now. I went to university in Bangor and not been there in about 8 years, so I do want to see how things have changed. So I was going to drop off my bag before I went to Caernarfon, but turns out my room's ready and it's absolutely lovely. This is a place called Epilogue, which is just as you come into Bangor, and it's absolutely lovely room. Obviously, I'm having this all to myself. It would be a multi-person room ordinarily. Teas and coffees over there, and a really nice bathroom. I didn't show off the one in the other hotel because it was shared, but yeah, all really good. You will be banned from the Summerfest. If you know, you know. Now I'm somewhere I recognise. The town centre's just up ahead. M&S is still here, Burger King's still here, Debenhams isn't, but they've not done anything with it yet. I think that Pure Gym used to be an Aldi. And we are here. Here is the Oval, home of Caernarfon Town in the regular season. Today, the home of Croatia versus Italy. Incidentally, I just met 2 supporters from Germany who might be looking to scout a potential semi-final opponent. We are literally being led round the houses as far as going to an entrance. Quite literally a ground in the heart of the community. We've been walking for about 10 minutes. It feels like we're further away than we were. It's funny because I followed the German ground hoppers thinking that they knew what they were doing. Somebody else has followed me thinking that I know what I'm doing. So we've just ended up in this hilarious situation where we're doing a full 360 around the ground. We have finally arrived. The home of the incumbent Welsh Cup champions Caernarfon Town. Today, Croatia versus Italy. My ticket is for here, the Wyn Davies stand. Okay. So I'll actually, I'm doing something for a video. I didn't need help. Sorry about that. So this is the Wyn Davies stand. all the way down there, and this is where I will be sitting, and that will be my view. Something I think I mentioned on the last video, but bears repeating. All of the semi-finalists will make the Under-20 World Cup in Azerbaijan and Uzbekistan, which are two quite disparate places to host a World Cup, like far from each other. It'd be like if FIFA went and hosted the World Cup in Spain and Argentina. Anyway, if Italy win today, they will be going to a World Cup. Just thought I'd mention that. Well, I've just been informed that the Denmark versus Wales match isn't just for pride. The two teams that finished third are actually, in their groups, are actually going to play a playoff for another place at the World Cup. I just wanted to point out again this view, which is absolutely gorgeous. You can see the mountains in the background, and just another amazing landscape. It's half time. I'm serious. It's 0-0. Very little of note has happened. Both teams have had a couple of chances each. I just want to draw attention to just how many people are here. That stand over there is full. There's quite a few in the other, and this end is absolutely booming. There's a lot of kids here again, as there were last night. There may be a couple of school trips involved, but I'm not sure actually. Hopefully they get the bug and stay. And a lot of locals here too, which is amazing. Never a better time to become a Caernarfon town fan. I want to mention as well, the state of the pitch is immaculate, as it was for Spain versus Denmark in Denby. We're about halfway through the second half. It is still 0-0. Both teams have cancelled each other out really well. There's been a few entertaining shots, but when something happens, I'll let you know. People were starting to leave. They did think it was all over. Then Croatia forced a save out of the Italy goalkeeper, and it is now. First 0-0 in channel history, but I'm glad to have experienced this ground. Well, I love an aerial view of a ground, well, from a hill, obviously. I've not got a drone. I wouldn't fly and film at the same time, but you know what I mean. And yes, a lot of this is new. It's changed quite a bit since I was at uni. Now, the reason we've no-clipped into Bangor's ground is because I got a lift from a guy that I met at the game in Caernarfon called Clive. He didn't want to be on camera, but I just want to say thank you because he was a really kind guy and really helped me out, giving me a lift to the ground. Well, this is Alma Mater. I think a lot of this is recently built and all refurbished for the tournament. Again, absolutely immaculate pitch. Cheeseburger, chips and a bottle of water for £6. Not too bad at all. That's one tasty burger. Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides. Well, there was some confusion over my seat, but apparently I'm sat here in the main stand, which was the only stand when I was at uni. Those two over there are new. A and B over there. Now, my ticket said I was in block A. However, that stand only has 4 rows and I was in row E. So, yeah, I was in the main stand the whole time. Well, we know that if Patrick Seekert scores, this place is going to go crazy. Well, it came a bit out of nowhere and honestly against the run of play, but fair play. Serbia, with their first real attack of the game, have made it 1-0. And look at her, she's absolutely loving it. I know that these are UEFA sponsors and not the club sponsors, but this is a bit of a strange thing to see at Bangor. Imagine if Aberystwyth were a host venue. Well, Ukraine equalise and they've been pushing for it. Well worked goal. Used Serbia's defence, which has been very good against them, really, ricocheted off the centre-back and put the shot in. And Ukraine, for the first time in this game, take the lead. It's an absolute worldie from outside the box, I've got to say. The Ukraine supporters absolutely loving it. Who I think also scored the first goal. I could be wrong about that. Ukraine are pushing for a third, and I'll tell you what, at this rate, they might just get it. Half-time, a well-earned lead for Ukraine, I think. But Serbia very much still in the game, making those counter-attacks, and they're not just sitting back. We've got about 15 minutes left of the game, and even though I'm currently filming a Ukraine attack, it has been mostly Serbia. They've really tried to push for the equaliser. Got a couple of very good saves out of the Ukraine goalkeeper as well. I think the ones over there think it's all over. And after this Serbia attack, it might well be. Yeah, maybe some stoppage time left, but I think that might be as good as done. It is the full-time whistle. Ukraine are very popular in this stand. A 2-1 win. They are through to the semi-finals and the World Cup. They will top the group with a draw against Italy. Serbia lose the second game in a row, but can still finish third with a result, well, with a win against Croatia. And honestly, the way I watched both teams play today, I wouldn't put it past them. Ukraine celebrating with their supporters. They're off to a World Cup and potentially off to a final, but we'll know that a bit later. The only respite from the exhaustion of walking back to my guest house while I'm starting to have a fibro flare-up is just this country, man. Just every time I look at it. So now we're actually in Bangor proper. I can tell you what's changed and what's different. Paddy's Bar is still here, is still painted green. The pizza shop here smells exactly the same, and they've not even changed their menus in 8 years. The Chinese are shut though, which is a damn shame because it was a good Chinese. Mike's Bites is still here. I tell you what, if you had a hangover, these guys would take care of you. The scene of many messy Sunday mornings. When I was at uni, this was a Greek restaurant. It's where you go on dates. It's where you drink too much ouzo and say the wrong thing. Rascals is still here. Absolutely fantastic pool bar. And here she is, the main university building. Just know that in early 2015, when I went to an open day, I thought this was Hogwarts. So this is the hill between Morrison's and Rascals. And when I was a lad and ate 4 dozen eggs, people knew this, and I think I can say this far into the video, Bitch Hill. I don't know what they're calling it now. This mural is new. It's near the bottom of Bitch Hill, and I think back in my day, if people would have looked at that before going up there, I think it would have psychologically helped them quite a bit. Academy nightclub still looks like it's here. I would show you the nightclub known as Peep or Cube at various points during my time here, but I genuinely don't know where it is. I only went there in a taxi after at least 8 drinks. This is a rather quite unique memorial to the First World War, which leads into Pontio, the multimedia building housing classrooms, art stuff, a cinema. It was considered to be a bit of a white elephant when it opened in 2016, or, based on the way Upper Bangor used to smell, a white castle. I don't know what the consensus on it is a decade on though. For me, this is the biggest change between the Bangor of the mid-2010s and the Bangor of 2026. When I was going to university here, Bangor were a really good team. I think they even won the league while I was here. And nobody really talked about it. I don't even remember going to a game. It just wasn't a thing that was popular in the student body. I think what we've just discussed there represents a trend that people are taking an interest in lower league or sort of lower down football. Like when I came here, if you didn't support a Premier League club, people didn't want to know you. I mean, I did support a Premier League club. That club was Spurs and people still didn't want to know me. But I think now with the popularity of ground hopping as a mainstream art, as well as general ticket price rises, people becoming more interested in their local teams, you have a scenario where a Bangor team that just got promoted to the second tier is more popular than one that was playing in Europe every season 10 years ago. In a way, this has given me closure, but not in the way that I thought. My conclusion now is that I just wasn't ready for uni. Like, people say you should go to uni to experience the world, but I think you need to experience the world before you go to uni. It's only since I've been ground hopping these last 3 or 4 years that I've discovered a world that doesn't seem noisy. Doesn't sound like everybody is trying to get you or is trying to one-up you. I guess that's an advert for travelling. If you can travel, do. And if you want to go somewhere and you can do it, do it. If you want to go and watch all 48 teams in Wales, well, that's not my goal, but it's to go to 47 stadiums, because I learned the other day that Gresford have moved out of Airbus and are back in the village. So that will be another one that we have to do, but I'm looking forward to it. If you go ground hopping, you get these little bits of information, you get these random conversations with people. If you're open to it, it just sort of happens. And I can't say that for everyone. I can't say that ground hopping or any activity is a magical cure for anxiety, but it worked for me. It wasn't a magical pill, but even when things are challenging to me, I can understand them. I've got no idea what I'm going on about. I've got no idea what I'm waffling on about at all. I think I need to get back to the hotel and get to bed. Like and subscribe. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Yeah. Stay safe out there, everybody.